King Charles. Keeping close tabs on the famous animals living at the Tower of London. The Tower of London, a historic fortress on the banks of the River Thames, has been the backdrop to some of the most significant events in British history. From royal coronations to imprisonments, this iconic landmark is steeped in stories of power, intrigue, and legacy. However, beyond its tales of monarchs and prisoners, the tower is also home to a unique tradition involving some very special residents, the famous ravens. As King Charles III assumes his role as the reigning monarch, he is reportedly keeping a close eye on these symbolic birds, understanding their importance not only to the tower but to the lore of the British monarchy itself. The Tower of London, a historical overview. The Tower of London, originally built by William the Conqueror in 1066, has served multiple purposes over the centuries. From a royal residence to a prison, treasury, and even a zoo, the tower is a symbol of Britain's long and storied history. Among the many legends associated with the tower, one of the most enduring involves the ravens that reside there. According to popular belief, the presence of these ravens is tied to the very fate of the kingdom. The legend states that if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London, the kingdom will fall. This belief has led to the care and protection of these birds for centuries. Today there are usually 6 to 8 ravens living at the tower, cared for by a dedicated raven master. These birds are not just any ordinary ravens. They are an integral part of the tower's history and the monarchy's traditions. The ravens of the tower, a symbolic presence. The ravens at the Tower of London are more than just birds. They are living symbols of the continuity and stability of the British monarchy. Their presence is deeply intertwined with the tower's identity, and their care is taken very seriously. The birds are so important that they have their own dedicated raven master, a position currently held by Chris Scaife, who ensures that the ravens are well-fed, healthy, and content in their unique home. Each raven has its own name, personality, and story. They are treated with the utmost respect and care, and their well-being is considered a matter of national importance. The ravens are even part of an ancient superstition that says their departure would spell disaster for the kingdom, a belief that has persisted for centuries. King Charles III, a monarch with a deep love for animals. King Charles III has long been known for his deep love and respect for animals. Throughout his life he has been an advocate for wildlife conservation and environmental sustainability. His passion for animals is well documented, from his involvement in various conservation efforts to his personal care of the animals on his estates. As a monarch, this love for animals extends to his duties and responsibilities, including the care of the tower ravens. King Charles understands the symbolic importance of the tower ravens and their connection to the British monarchy. His interest in these birds is not just a matter of tradition but also a reflection of his broader commitment to preserving the natural world. As a king, Charles is well aware that the tower ravens are more than just a tourist attraction. They are a living link to Britain's past and a symbol of its enduring legacy. The role of the Raven Master. The Raven Master at the Tower of London is responsible for the care and management of the ravens. This role is steeped in tradition, with the Raven Master ensuring that the birds are fed, healthy, and comfortable in their environment. The Raven Master's duties include preparing food for the ravens, which typically consists of raw meat, bird biscuits soaked in blood, and the occasional rabbit. The birds are also given supplements to ensure they remain in peak condition. In addition to feeding the ravens, the Raven Master monitors their behavior and health closely. Any signs of illness or distress are taken very seriously, and the birds receive immediate care if needed. The Raven Master also oversees the training of the ravens, teaching them to respond to calls and interact with visitors in a way that is both safe and entertaining. The current Raven Master, Chris Scaife, has become somewhat of a celebrity in his own right, thanks to his dedication to the ravens and his engaging presence on social media. Scaife often shares updates about the ravens, their antics, and the challenges of caring for these unique birds. His work ensures that the ravens remain a vital part of the tower's heritage, while also educating the public about their significance. The significance of the ravens to the monarchy. The ravens at the Tower of London are not just a curiosity. They hold significant symbolic weight for the British monarchy. The legend that ties the fate of the kingdom to the presence of the ravens has made these birds a focal point of royal tradition. Over the centuries, monarchs have taken the care of these ravens seriously, understanding that their presence is a symbol of the monarchy's stability and continuity. For King Charles III, the ravens represent a link to the past and a reminder of the responsibilities that come with the crown. As a monarch who values tradition and history, Charles's interest in the ravens is a reflection of his broader commitment to preserving the symbols and institutions that define the British monarchy. The care and feeding of the Tower ravens. The ravens at the Tower of London receive the best possible care, with a diet designed to keep them healthy and strong. Their daily meals include a mix of raw meat, bird biscuits soaked in blood, and other treats such as eggs and cheese. The birds are also given supplements to ensure they get all the nutrients they need. The Raven Master prepares their food each day, carefully measuring portions to maintain the birds' health. The ravens are also given time to fly and exercise, with their wings clipped just enough to prevent them from flying too far away but still allowing them to explore their surroundings. This balance ensures that the birds remain healthy and active while also staying within the confines of the tower. The health of the ravens is monitored closely, with regular checkups to ensure they are free from illness or injury. Any signs of distress are addressed immediately, and the birds receive the best possible care from both the Raven Master and veterinary experts when needed. The public's fascination with the Tower ravens. The ravens of the Tower of London have long been a source of fascination for visitors and tourists. Their presence adds a unique element to the Tower's history, and their personalities and antics have endeared them to the public. The ravens are often seen interacting with visitors, and their intelligence and curiosity make them a popular attraction. The public's interest in the ravens has only grown in recent years, thanks in part to the efforts of the Raven Master, who shares regular updates about the birds on social media. These updates provide a glimpse into the daily lives of the ravens and offer insights into their care and behavior. The ravens have become celebrities in their own right, with fans following their stories and eagerly awaiting news of their latest adventures. The Tower ravens are also featured in various events and ceremonies, adding to their mystique and importance. They are a living symbol of the Tower's history and the monarchy's enduring presence, making them an integral part of the Tower's identity. The legend of the Tower ravens, myth or reality. The legend of the Tower ravens is one of the most enduring myths associated with the Tower of London. According to the legend, if the ravens ever leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. This belief has been passed down through generations and is taken seriously by those who care for the ravens. The origins of the legend are unclear, but it is believed to date back to the time of King Charles II in the 17th century. It is said that the king ordered the ravens to be protected after being told of the legend by a courtier. Since then, the presence of the ravens has been carefully maintained, with at least 6 birds always kept at the tower to ensure the kingdom's safety. While the legend may be rooted in myth, it has become a powerful symbol of the monarchy's continuity and stability. The ravens are a reminder of the importance of tradition and the belief in the supernatural that has long been a part of British history. King Charles's personal connection to the ravens. As a monarch with a deep love for animals, King Charles III has a personal connection to the Tower ravens. His interest in wildlife conservation and his commitment to preserving Britain's natural heritage make him particularly attuned to the importance of the ravens. Charles's respect for the ravens is also a reflection of his broader commitment to the traditions and symbols of the British monarchy. Throughout his life, Charles has been involved in various conservation efforts, advocating for the protection of endangered species and the preservation of natural habitats. His dedication to these causes is well known, and as king he continues to prioritize the well-being of animals, both domesticated and wild. The Tower ravens, with their unique place in British history, are a natural extension of Charles's commitment to animal welfare. By keeping close tabs on the ravens, Charles is ensuring that they remain a vital part of the Tower's legacy and that their symbolic significance is preserved for future generations. The future of the Tower ravens. The future of the Tower ravens is secure, thanks to the careful management and care provided by the Raven Master and the support of the monarchy. The birds are an integral part of the Tower's identity, and their presence will continue to be a focal point of the Tower's history and traditions. As King Charles III continues his reign, it is likely that he will maintain his interest in the ravens and ensure that they are well cared for. The ravens are a living link to the past, and their continued presence at the Tower of London is a testament to the enduring nature of the British monarchy. The monarch checks up regularly on the guardians of the tower, just like Queen Elizabeth did. King Charles is looped with the latest on the ravens at the Tower of London, a tradition with a superstitious history. The King 75 is staying up to date on the birds that live at the London landmark, Raven Master Michael Chandler revealed in a new interview. They are serving His Majesty as much as we in the King's bodyguard do, Chandler told The Telegraph in a piece published on August 16, adding that King Charles does check up on them regularly, as did his mother, Queen Elizabeth. The outlet specified that King Charles keeps up through an annual report about the Tower of London, which is a popular tourist attraction as the home of the crown jewels. As the legend goes, ravens have been kept at the Tower of London since the reign of King Charles II, who ruled from 1660 to 1685, because he feared the kingdom would fall if they left the fortress. It is said that the king's astronomer John Flamsteed, who had an observatory in the White Tower, complained that the resident ravens were impeding his work and requested their removal. Historic royal palaces states about the superstition. The king was advised that if the ravens left the tower then the kingdom would fall, an alarming sentiment for a recently restored monarch, and the legend has been kept alive ever since. The Tower of London currently houses 7 ravens named Jubilee, Harris, Poppy, Georgie, Edgar, Branwen and Rex, which is Latin for king, and named in honor of King Charles's coronation in May 2023. A veteran of the Royal Marines and Yeoman Warder Guard at the Tower of London since 2009, Chandler became Raven Master in March and told The Telegraph that he wasn't particularly interested in birds when became a Yeoman Warder, or Beefeater, 15 years ago. Initially, the draw was the legend of the ravens and then being here seeing them working among them. It was just natural, he explained. I fell in love with the ravens. They're individuals, they are characters just like us. In his Raven Master role, Chandler leads a team of 4 yeoman warders who look after the black birds at the historic fortress, which attracts almost 3 million visitors per year. They are fed a special diet of mice, chicks, rats and raw meats, with blood-soaked biscuits given as a treat. The ravens' flight feathers are kept partially trimmed, to encourage them to stay at the tower, historic royal palaces said, where they seem to be having plenty of fun this summer. The Tower of London's social media team has kept its feed updated with what some of the birds are up to, from a cheeky peck at the White Tower to a refreshing splash in a bath.